Hello, it's Diane. It's Saturday afternoon. I have a little while that I can work on the next set of pages. I've got the pages in this book pretty much done. I might have to add a little more, I'm not sure yet. But now that I know what I'm doing in this one, I can use that as a pattern for the rest of them. I did the work this morning, and now I'm back at it, just for a little while. So I only have the one cover done, but I want to work on some pages. I did add vintage lace to the top where the fabric didn't go all the way up. It's completely covered with a sheet fabric, but the Corey Dantini printed fabric didn't go all the way up. So I added some really pretty vintage lace. On the inside, I have this really pretty foiled laser cut piece that somebody sent me all of these things in Happy Mail, and I only have two of these, this one and this one, but I'm going to use them both. And then I have this vine and flower I could use on a piece of acetate for a couple of others, and I don't know what I'm going to do for the last two, but I'll do something on the front, hopefully with some acetate. I think I have some acetate that's got a design printed on it, so I might just use a piece of that. I'm not sure yet, but I do have this one that I can use, and I had a piece of acetate cut to the, there it is. You can lose it easily because it's see-through. And this acetate came from this box, HP Premium Inkjet Transparency Film, that I found at a flea market or a thrift store. I don't remember which. So, and then I took one of my stickers. I had a set of some of these really pretty girl stickers that I thought would be cute with this Whimsical Girl Journal, and I put her on a I guess it's like a Project Life type of card. Added a large fabric tab so it would be easy to pull it out, and she fits right in there like that. So I'm going to do that. Well, actually, I think I'll start out by sewing trim to the front. To the front page here. And I've got my trim right here. I don't think I put it on the back side of the page in this book, but I probably should. Oh, there's a pocket there, so I'm not going to. All right, let's do this. I've got my laser print. Now, how am I going to adhere that on there? I am going to use a fine tipped glue, and I won't put it on every tiny bit, but I'll put it all around the edges and then strategically. Hopefully we can do it without making too much of a mess. This is from Stampin' Up! Fine Tip Glue Pen. I know some of you have art glitter glue with a fine tip. I don't have that. So I just came back from my local theater. I went to see Maleficent all by myself. My daughter was hoping she could go with me, but she wasn't home in time for the matinee, and she didn't want to go for the evening because she wanted to be home when her husband was home, which I totally understand. So I went by myself. Sometimes if you just wait till you can, you know, coordinate with schedules with people, then you end up missing out. Hopefully that's enough. Trying to get my cap back on my glue. Okay. Now all I have to do is sew it on there. And I already have the other tags already made for these acetate pockets. I wanted to get them made before I laid those pretty little girl stickers down somewhere and then forgot where they were. Not that I would ever do that. I think I have to do that again because I went off the acetate a couple places. I'll just do a double row of stitching. I have all the ephemera made that I've been working on in the previous videos, and the belly band pieces from Artsology that I'm using. So I just took those pieces and used them to figure out what I was going to add to this journal, just to make sure I got everything in there. So there's quite a bit of stuff in these books. So there's a little girl we can add. She's peeking out of the garden trellis. And on the back, we will put a little paper pocket. I'm going to put a little trim on that. It's hard to, this is really thick trim, and sometimes it's hard on your sewing machine needle. I've broken needles on things like this. So I'm just going, I could glue it, but I'm just going to sew right down the middle between the two sets of thick leaves, and it worked on the other one. So I'm going to do it again on this one. I made these pockets because I needed a place to put this tag that we made. So she can go in there. And I'm going to just draw a little black line. I had thought about adding color to the edge, outside edge, but I'm just going to draw a black line around it to kind of outline it. So Maleficent was good. I enjoyed it. I love the special effects that they do. It's just incredible. I have no idea how they do what they do. And the other girl, I ended up coloring her hair, so I'll do that with her too, but I'm not going to do that right now. But there were a group of people behind me, and not directly behind me, but behind me and to my left a bit, and they talked for the entire movie. I forgot I had one of these that had writing, so I'm going to put a journaling spot there. They talked through the entire movie, and it wasn't, there were some girls there, but there was a mom. There was an adult there, and she was talking right along with them. Not just whispering, they were having conversations. So irritating when people do that. When you pay good money to go see a movie, and then you have to sit there and listen to them talk. Aggravating. Okay, I'm not going to talk about that anymore. I'm just going to tape this on here. There's a page. And I'm going to do some stamping on that page. I've already got the stamps out because I just did it on in the other book. I'm going to use my Illustrated Faith girls. And this says, make something pretty today. Well, didn't do that very good. I'll draw that in with a pen. I messed up the T. Not at a very good angle here. And this one says, still learning. Hopefully we're all still learning. I like learning new things every day. So that page is done. I believe on this page I did a fabric flip. I've been using a lot of fabric flips, and I don't have a lot left, and the ones I have left aren't great colors. Actually, this one is. That's a good one for that. I can use that in a different book. So there's a couple. That one would work. More than I thought. But I did get out some fabrics that I can make fabric flips with. I can just, just assemble them quickly on the paper like I used to do before I pre-made them. So I guess I'm going to have to take some time to make some more fabric flips and clusters and stuff. Like I said in a recent video, I have been spending my evenings while I'm watching TV. I have containers down there that I bring down from my craft room, and I'm going through stuff in the containers and organizing them. But I'm almost done doing all that. Except for I'm still working on my ephemera. I haven't touched it in a while. All of my ephemera. I'm working on putting that in binders. I quit for a while because I was just done with it. Not done, but you know. So I have to get back to that. And then I believe we're going to do a belly band. Yep, belly bands. Now on this one, I added a little bit of fringe at the bottom of the belly band just for fun. And on this one, I glued some lace applique to the top. And these are our Artsology library cards that I used in a different project. But since they're Artsology, I can include them in here because it is an Artsology design team project. So here's my fringe. And here are my belly bands. I better put them back in the drawers before I lose track of them. But we'll do a lady and the forget-me-nots. No, a lady and one of these collage ones. Well, they're all collage, but you know what I mean. I don't want this, sorry, I have a pin in my mouth. I don't want this to continue fraying, so I'm going to zigzag around those edges too. Sure there's no fringe under there. Oop. I can use the text on this book page to help line it up. I'm not going to center it. I'm going to lower it a little bit so that the fringe hangs off the bottom a little bit. Well, these are the belly bands from Artsology that I printed 2 sets to a page to make them smaller. Oops. Going to go around it, and that would not make a belly band. hear the dogs barking? I can. I got some washi tape out too that I may have to go through and see if I can add some washi tape to decorate some things in these books. Okay, what's next? Get that done. Okay, well, this is an easy one. I stamped those journaling spots, so all I'm going to do is glue them on. And then, I guess this goes in between, because I didn't have the wrapping paper and the wallpaper right together. And for this one, I wanted to use my tags that I made. These tags. And I found a glassine bag that would fit the tag and just glued that down. This is just wrapping paper, and it's beautiful vintage wrapping paper. I don't want to put anything too heavy on it. But I did, on the other one, I did put this little tuck spot, but I think it's a little bit big for this piece of wrapping paper. I think I'll find another spot for that tuck spot. On the wallpaper, we have another tuck spot. Where is it? I'm not sure where it is. Oh, I think I see it. Yep. Okay, it's this one. She's too tall for that. don't know what I'm going to put in these tuck spots yet. I did go through my my homemade ephemera pieces that I've made, and in cleaning and organizing and putting all of the homemade pieces together, I have discovered that I have a lot of it. So I'm hoping to just find pieces that are ready-made that I can stick in there instead of making new. And I pulled out a bunch of it that would go. So I just have to find things that are the right size. And then next is my belly band that I'm making into a pocket for this. So I have to find where they went. There they are. Put them in a safe place, and then, you know, things get buried. Going to trim a tiny bit off of that because, well, I guess it's just exactly the right size, but I'm just going to trim a tiny bit off. And then I will sew it on. There's a little pocket. When I was putting the signatures together, cutting the papers and putting the signatures together on video, and I ended up with only 8 pages, so I added more. And then I discovered that there were some pages that I hadn't put in, like the vintage pages that came out of the album, and I think this dot grid paper, I don't know if that was in there or not. But this maybe. Anyway, there were a couple pages that I hadn't put in. So now there's more pages in there. So I think there's like 12 pages in there now. And I had pulled these really pretty 6x6 papers to put in as pages, but I decided to just fold it and put it in here as something to write on. Let me make sure I have everything except for that one tuck spot I need to put in. Looks like it. So I need to find a place to put this tuck spot. Don't want to cover up lined paper because you can write on that. She's just so tall. Maybe she'll go on the, maybe I'll just put her right there. I was going to say on the, I'll put her there, on the inside cover of the, you know, the book cover, but I'm going to put her there. So if you saw the videos where I was making the ephemera, now you can see how I'm using the ephemera in the books. Now I just have to remember where she went. I'll figure it out. I'll look at the other books. For this, I had gone through my homemade ephemera and found something that would fit in the other journal, the first journal. So let's do that. Let's just find something that'll fit. How about pocket tag? It works. We'll just use that. Yeah, I guess this was the inside, the center of the book. Okay, so I added stationery pieces, but only a couple of them are this kind that fold up. But the signature will be tied in there. So this one is decorated. So I have two with decorated pages. And I'll just do the rest off camera because I'm just going to do more of the same. So because I have to decorate all of the rest of the pages in 4 more books and make 5 covers, I don't know if I'll be able to do any more videos on these until I'm done. I can show you the finished product, but I don't want to keep showing the same things over and over, and I don't know when I'll have time to finish them, so I'm just letting you know that you might not see any more videos on these books until you see the finished product, unless I start doing something that I think you want to see. So I guess that'll be it for today. It's a shorter video, but that's okay. It's still a half hour. So I will, tomorrow's Sunday, so I don't think I'm having the kids come over tomorrow because some of them are working. Most of them are working. My son won't be working, but usually every other Sunday I don't have them over, so I might have time to do a little work on them tomorrow. So hopefully I'll have these done pretty soon. So thank you for watching, and I will be back again soon. Bye-bye.